Let's Plays are dead. Not really, but they're different, and they've changed slightly. And now they have a different name, and they are just not the same. Hi, I'm Aloni, and I've been watching Let's Plays for years. And recently, after months and months of suspecting something was up, and months of not posting to my old gaming channel, I saw this video.
I've decided that I'm done trying to play to the YouTube algorithm. Admittedly, if you're just starting off making content today, you almost have to if you want people to discover and watch what you're doing. But that wasn't always the case. Back when I started, as I sound like a grandpa here, say 10 to 12 years ago, when you were subscribed to a bunch of different channels, when you went to your YouTube homepage, you would just see all the new content ordered chronologically from your subscriptions, and you would pick and choose what to watch from there. What's happened since is exponential growth. YouTube has grown tremendously. There are so many more people making videos, so many more creators, and people are subscribing to so many more different creators than they were before. Everyone's sort of competing for these 10 algorithmically sorted slots that appear right smack in front of you on the homepage every time that you log in. As such, you find yourself really trying to figure out, okay, what can I do in order to try to appeal to the audience and therefore the YouTube algorithm in order to end up in those slots so people will be presented the video and be interested in clicking on it. And you can really drive yourself crazy trying to figure out the way to optimize that. And I've decided that after a pretty insightful poll that I posted, I need to stop concerning myself with that.
Clearly, things have changed. If you're not an established creator and you're just starting out, it's basically impossible to start a traditional Let's Play channel. But guess what? I'm doing it anyway. My old channel, Aloni, is going to have way more personal videos with less editing, kind of like my Be Careful What You Wish For video and my I Failed video. I've been writing really personal scripts every week and just not making them because they're too hot for TV. They just don't fit on Baloney. They're way too personal, way too deep, way too dark. This place is different, and it doesn't really fit that kind of content. Anyway, Let's Plays have changed. So today, what, how, why, and whom, let's go. What is a Let's Play? A Let's Play is a recorded, highly edited masterpiece of storytelling, where a nerd known as a gamer or a Let's Player plays through a game. They add emotional or comical reactions while they're playing a game on screen. This action transforms it. Unlike a reaction video, a Let's Play changes based on the player's actions. So no two Let's Plays of a game are the same. Let's Plays can sometimes be confused with playthroughs and walkthroughs. So let's talk about some gamer terms. A walkthrough is a level-by-level, zone-by-zone, step-by-step explanation on how to play a game. A playthrough is when a person records them playing through an entire game. Sometimes it can be used to replace the word series, for a series of videos can sometimes be called a playthrough. Other times, it can be meant that the game is played with absolutely no commentary. A Let's Play is a complicated and difficult art form. It takes a lot of skill, time, and effort to make work. The editing process is completely different from editing anything else. And I still have trouble fully unlocking its mysteries. It's very complicated and difficult to understand sometimes and get right. There's a lot of nuance to it. How do you make a Let's Play? Usually a Let's Player uses OBS or some other screen capturing software, maybe even a capture card, to play a game. They record them playing a game and they try to be entertaining and usually funny. But sometimes, depending on the game, they may be heartfelt or even bawling their eyes out or afraid for their life, running from some monster. Sometimes they exaggerate their reactions for the camera. Sometimes a Let's Player will record a series of videos in one sitting, known as a session. Then the editor can take all those hours and hours and hours of footage and turn it into videos that are actually watchable. It's a long and arduous process. And usually when a Let's Player starts out, they cut their teeth and prove their worth editing their own videos. Hours and hours of painful editing. And at a certain point, they grow bored of all this tedious pain, and they hire an editor. And the relationship between an editor and a Let's Player can be a very beautiful or a very toxic thing. Usually, it's a worker-boss relationship, and sometimes the two will actually interact and communicate in the video to add a sort of meta-narrative. Like how the Game Grumps used to call out to the editor by name and the editor would answer in text. Or how some editors add little sketches and jokes whenever they are mentioned to make a name for themselves and stand out and to add to the overall quality of the video. It's a complicated process, and there's a lot of interesting things that people do in Let's Plays. A lot of interesting edits and creative choices that they make. Why do people make Let's Plays? Usually, Let's Plays are done with a level of humor and honesty, where the Let's Player interacts with the game, comments on the interaction, and sometimes speaks to the audience like they are in the room with them. Let's Plays are a way of heightening reality, giving the viewer a parasocial feeling, making them feel like they're playing the game with them, help them feel less alone. It's an amazing and entertaining medium that's been going for years, but it's changed a few times. At first, it was more about the game. Then it was about the audience. And a lot of the time, it became about two YouTubers interacting. When a Let's Play has more than one person, it's almost its own genre, where the two YouTubers will play off one another perfectly. It's so difficult to make work in all its forms. Each different kind of Let's Play requires a different skill set to achieve. So Let's Plays have been around forever, but now they're dying. Some people have dared to say that they're already dead. With the rise of Twitch, and everyone, including me, moonlighting and sometimes immigrating fully over to live streaming, Let's Plays needed to change. They needed to evolve, to grow beyond what they originally were. So if Let's Plays keep evolving, how do we understand the process? Here it is. Wait a second. Give it a second. It gets stuck. I got it in the junkyard out back. Cosmic Trash is unreliable at best. There it is. There it is. Oof, that took a second. This is how it changed. First, there were game reviews. Then, walkthroughs. Then playthroughs. Then horror Let's Plays. For a while, they were making stories with video games and creating machinima. Then, it exploded, and Let's Plays expanded into multiple genres, splintering and expanding across YouTube. Minecraft, Fortnite, multiple different styles of gameplay and recording, different creators. Then it became more about personality. Then it became about collabs. And then it stagnated. It started to die. So now it's changed again. Now it's highlights and clips. People stream on Twitch. They interact with their audience, create much stronger parasocial bonds. They get subs and bits, and they explode into the stratosphere. But now that Twitch is firmly in place, until Daddy Viacom shows up and destroys them and Amazon decides to just pull the plug, people need promotion for those streams to grow. They need more eyes on them, and they need ways to do that. And if they like to create, they need a place to do that. So, say hi to clips and highlights. A fun way to make Let's Plays, but also advertise your stream. It's the most evil thing of all. Marketing, baby. You know, maybe YouTube is going back to its roots and becoming more like Google, a soulless corporation that uses artificial intelligence and algorithms to sell advertisements. But now, people can make highlights. Yay! I guess this is a good thing. Well, not good. More like a nightmare that we all can't escape from. But at least we get to make stuff. And that's what's important. We get to make things until a few years from now when all creators and personalities get replaced by AI, and you can just make a movie by pressing a button and saying, I want to see Bigfoot fight a rhinoceros and fall in love. And instantly an AI will generate a script, make AI voices and actors, place them in whatever game design program is currently big, like Unreal 7 or something, and they'll just make a full movie in 10 seconds. But I'm just paranoid and afraid of change. My fears aside, highlights and clips are fun. There are no new Let's Players. Just play-by-plays of funny moments and single jokes cut down into a video. Just like the Markiplier and PewDiePie funny montages from the old days. Everything is a circle, I guess. Cycles and loops never end. Anyway, check out my highlight channel, Aloni Highlights. Pretty good. I'm Aloni the Bard, and that's how I feel about that. Thanks for listening. Bye. I was really stuck in the last few days. I had no idea what to talk about. I was going to talk about how Rainbow in the Dark is a bisexual tragedy, or maybe about how I don't really understand Pride all that much because we're nearing the end of Pride Month, or how bi-erasure is a nightmare. But I guess those will have to wait because since I'm insane and I get bored easy, when I can't make my content any better, I at least need to make more of it. So I've decided to make a Let's Play channel. It's mostly just highlights, and I'm going to start posting some really personal stuff on Aloni. And you should check out the podcast, because today is the I Hate Reading Season 1 finale. It should be out now if I finish editing it right after this. And next week, I'm going to release the edited down version of my D&D show, D and Me, until eventually I Hate Reading comes back. I'm actually doing a lot of stuff this week. Actually, it just hit me that I just got 2 subscribers on Twitch, and I actually played D&D with fans live. I got a lot going on. I should really sit down and rest. But in other news, there are so many goddamn mosquitoes in the void. Like, holy fucking shit. They fucking suck. And fun fact, did you know mosquitoes are attracted to dark colors and they won't leave me the fuck alone? I don't know if that fact is true. It's probably not. Anyway, I'll see you pals later. I know this video is kind of just rambling, but I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.